Funny thing about being a mechanic is if you don't do it for a while, you get rusty at it. It's kind of like playing guitar or something like that. I used to play guitar. I say used to because I don't anymore. And when I pick it up, I suck at it now. It's kind of the same thing with like troubleshooting and mechanics. You know, like if you don't practice and keep all your shit in tune, you start to suck at it. So, wow. I guess these are quarter 28. They are not. They are 6mm, 1mm threads, 6/1s. So I was just thinking, you know, I've been out of the maintenance, the real maintenance business for a while now. I've just been playing Rocket Factory, which is like, it's not at all real mechanical. It's just follow instructions that are or are not accurate. But when you actually have to troubleshoot, you have to have your tools. You know what I mean? So like your multimeter's got to be on point. Your test lead's got to be on point. Your tap and die set's got to be accurate. You got to have a caliper. And I have a little bit of all this stuff. And I thought, man, I haven't been a practicing mechanic in a few years, and I'm rusty at it. So I'm putting this fan back on the top here, and these bolts won't thread into the flywheel. So I started to rethread this with a quarter 28, and I monkeyed one up because it wasn't a quarter 28. The thing about these engines is half of it's standard, half of it's metric, or imperial, if you will. Not standard anymore. Imperial is non-standard. Metric is standard. And then what's funny is, turns out that these posts here at the very bottom were full of mud dauber nests. Anyway, I retapped the flywheel with a 6/1, and I'm running the die over these with 6/1s, and we'll have that fan back on here in a second. We'll have the cover back on. This thing will not run with any of the electronics hooked up. So somewhere in here is a problem. That's grounding out my coils, and it's also I can't fire spark to the. I can't fire any power to the starter. I don't know. We'll work it backwards. I was getting power to this fuel solenoid. Now it stopped. It might be a grounding issue. I redid my positive lead here. Wow. I was gonna say I'm welding that right now. I redid my positive lead here. I just, you know, I had to reuse terminals because I didn't have any, and I brushed them up and taped them up and stuff. So we got positive for sure. The ground, a little shaky. We'll see about that here next. But yeah, the engine will fire up and run on ether with nothing external hooked up to it. But as soon as I hook up any of the wiring system to it, it shuts it off. So I'm just going to get this guy running for now. I really want to get it idling so I can check out the hydraulics on this thing. Because if these don't work, that's a whole other problem. Well, challenge. Let's go with challenge. But yeah, so I'm going to get the shroud back on this monster, which allows the governor to run it. And then I'm going to hook up some fuel to it and a fuel pump, and hopefully it'll run. And then I can monkey it around the driveway a little bit here and see what happens.